Hello guys, good morning. It is Dave Santarelli from BreakingChartAlerts.com and Santarelli Trading Exchange. It is Day Trade Friday today, guys, and I am excited. We did well yesterday in the afternoon session. We went 3 for 3 with some day trades following the trade plan on a today 1 minute chart, going minute by minute there on that chart. So we made those quick 3-day trades, locked in 3 profits, and then that morning we closed out the overnight trade we also had for some nice profits there as well. So today what we're going to be focusing in on, first we got about 7 minutes until opening bell here, so I just want to quickly go over some market movers and what the general ETFs are doing here. So let's take a look at SPY. As you can see on SPY here, this is a 1-year chart. I zoomed out a little bit here. You can see our breakout momentum cycle here when we had positive momentum to the upside. You can see down here on the MACD, the entire time down here, you can see the entire time down here, the MACD was holding above that 0 line on the histogram of the MACD down here. So that was a positive sign showing us momentum continuing to climb there. And we continued that cycle. And then you see here, just the past few days, we started breaking down a bit. We got that 1020 cross below there. We came down to that 425 support just about. And now we're going to see what happens. Obviously, you know why the market's pulled back here. That catalyst was the things going on with the government and the debt ceiling and the shutdown looming. So all that stuff's kind of getting resolved now. So we're going to see if we start to climb off that support at 425 on a daily chart. As far as Day Trade Friday is concerned, all we're concerned about is looking at that today 1 minute chart here. So we're going to be focused on that today. We're going to give it the first 15, 20 minutes of the day, maybe 30 minutes, and see what the markets are telling us there, follow our trade plan, and look for those quick scalps there as far as day trades go. Yesterday, our first day trade in the afternoon, it was about a, 4-minute day trade, and then the following two, literally about 55 seconds, and we made two 15% returns and a 23% return on those day trades. And then that swing trade that we held overnight there on SPY, I believe that was a 57% return. So again, what we're going to be doing is focusing on the trader mentality today. That's really important. Let's focus in on following that trade plan, looking at price action, look at the size of those candles, watching our indicators there for those crosses. All right, so over on the right here, you guys can see PROG here. So far, like I said on SPY, let me just finish this up. It's really holding that 425, 430 area so far, but look at the size of this candle. Very small compared to the size of that candle yesterday. So we could still possibly see a further breakdown here. That's why we're not picking up any swing trades. We're looking at some day trades here. So that's really important to watch that 425, 430 area, especially today going into the weekend. If we see some selling pressure and we end the day below, 428.90, that's going to show me some signs of further selling pressure possibly coming in next week there. Okay, so now let's go over some market movers. We've got a couple of minutes here before market open. This Progeny. This one has been climbing the past few days. I've been seeing it on the movers list here. Got a nice breakout. Came down to, 60-some cents there back in August, and it's starting to break out now. Nice candles there, nice size. And if we add the studies here and go to volume, you can see the volume picked up significantly over the past few days there. So I like seeing that. That's one we could keep an eye on. So on your movers list here, you guys know, have your notepad here. PROG, and that's at 1.87. I like doing that in the pre-market hours so I could see, a half hour into the day, what's that doing. Okay, PALT, this is another one that we've been talking about for days, still breaking out. 12.30 a share right now, 12.32. Okay, Bed Bath & Beyond, this is one that had a big pullback after earnings there, a retracement of over 25%. So what we could be looking here is a hook pattern. We'll see if that takes off. As far as a swing trade goes, that's what we'd be looking for is a hook pattern setup here. But as far as the day trade goes, if that starts taking off today, we could definitely day trade that. Another one here that was looking good is Carnival Cruise Line. That one pulled back a bit. Notice the size of this candle here. It's taking out the previous two candles on that retracement after getting up to that resistance. It's holding that 10-day simple moving average on a daily chart. It's also holding that 25 support area, which is really important. So this today, if that holds up, that's confirmation that you could be jumping into a swing trade 30-plus days out till Expo and targeting that next resistance area of about $30 a share. So the next 3 months out, easy $30 target there. You could be looking at that. but watch what that does throughout the day today. If it's still continuing to climb throughout the day, nice opportunity to jump in. But, you know, if it starts retracing after the open there, obviously you're going to stay away from that. But that's going to be one we're going to be looking at for a possible leap or a swing trade there. Energy is getting a little climb again. Here's Schlumberger. That's climbing off that 10. ExxonMobil, that's probably doing the same thing. If ExxonMobil breaks that 60, here's that consolidation area that we always talk about, guys. Here's consolidation, 60 bucks and 59. So it's either got to break above, get a candle like that for some calls, or a candle below that consolidation area for puts. So here's where you're entering into puts on that consolidation of the 3-month daily chart on ExxonMobil. Or if you're breaking above that consolidation, this is where you're going to be buying some calls. Okay, because you're looking at that breaking through that resistance and continuing that momentum higher. So we're just about ready for opening bell. A couple of seconds. Let's get ready. We'll look at the SPY for the first minutes. Let's be super laser focused like yesterday and look for these day trades. It's not going to happen, you know, immediately. We got to wait for our setups and our indicators there to give us those signals. So we're going to do the same thing as we did yesterday afternoon. We're going to be watching those signals and we'll be analyzing it tick by tick here. Okay, now how are we going to do this? You guys asked to trade the trade challenge account. We started with 2,500, 37.8255 right now. We haven't been trading that much. We've been trading the main account. So let's take a look at this. We'll see about making some quick day trades. This is a cash account, so we're allowed to make as many day trades as we want with a cash account as long as it doesn't go over your balance of cash available for withdrawal in that account. So in the trade challenge account, max available for withdrawal is 3,782.55. You know, because we're fully in cash in the trade challenge account. So what I like to do is anything below $5,000 between, you know, 7 to 12% on a trade. So for example here, if you do 10% on a day trade, that'd be about $378. So me, I'll round it off. I'll probably do trades between $400 and $500 for the day trades. I'll look for a quick, you know, anywhere from a 10 to a 30% return, and we'll continue to go there. So I'll keep that there when we enter into a day trade. And, you know, I'll probably have this right here ready to go to fire out that execution for that sell order once we're ready. All right, if you guys are ready, please give this YouTube video a like, a thumbs up, and share it for us. And I'd greatly appreciate that, guys. Here we go. Market is open. Everyone, good luck today. Let's have a great day. Watching SPY there. If you guys see anything moving, let me know in the trade room. Let me know on YouTube. We could certainly take a look at it. SPY continuing to climb there. Dow's up 270. NASDAQ's up about 47 points. S&P's up 22. And remember the 15-minute opening range day trade strategy we've been going over this week as well. We could certainly utilize that on the day trade. Carnival Cruise Line's up about 6%. I'm looking at that over here to the right. Qs are retracing past 2 minutes there. That's why we give it the first 15, 30 minutes here for the day trade strategies. Looking at the watch list up above, seeing if anything's moving. Under Armour's finally starting to move. Remember, we were talking about that yesterday. It also had some unusual option activity coming in on UAA. Shares up about 1.37% today. Visa's been one that we've been looking at a daily chart on. That's been climbing nicely. It's holding that 225, squeezing between that 10 and 50. Waiting for that to break out there for a swing trade. Booking is up 3% today. Remember, guys, what's really important here is watching for any type of news, any type of catalyst that's going to move a particular stock or sector, or waiting for that trade plan. I'm watching Carnival Cruise Line start to climb here. Could you guys still hear me fine if I put that microphone right there? Or does it distort the sound? Now you see how SPY, first couple of minutes there, was breaking out and pulling back here. That's why we give it the first 15 minutes. We want to see what these SMAs, simple moving averages, and the MACD is telling us as far as our trade plan is concerned here. I'm watching Carnival Cruise Line over on the right chart here. That one's starting to climb. It's getting right up to the highs of the resistance of today. See if that breaks out. If that breaks that 2650, that'll be a nice day trade opportunity. Embraer's up about 2% today. That was a nice one that we were looking at buying some shares and selling some covered calls against the shares. SPY's pulling back here a bit. Dow's up 180. Nasdaq's only up 9 points now. S&P's up 10. Still about 9:35. Only 5 minutes into opening bell. Carnival Cruise Line just made a new high on that candle, that wick. Bill, if you see anything good for a day trade setup, just let me know. Same with any of you. If you see anything moving, let us know. We can look at that option chain, see what they look like. Booking's now up over 4%. That's getting a nice breakout here. Take a look at booking. Let's take a look at a 3-month daily on booking. Look at that one. Perfect trade plan perfection there. Here's that 1020 cross. Broke out, consolidated. Failed to break above that 2350, so consolidated for about a week. Finally broke out. Retracement back down to that 20-day simple moving average. And then, bam, big breakout. New highs, 2,500 on that breakout momentum cycle. Retracement right back down to that 20. Now there's that confirmed climb again. I'm watching CCL over to the right. New highs of the day on CCL. Booking options are usually pretty expensive, so I'm not even going to look at those ones with you guys. You know, if you're trading the trade challenge account, one contract's going to take up the entire balance for you there. Carnival Cruise Line, I'm looking, waiting for that. Almost at new highs of the day here on CCL. I'm watching SPY right above here. SPY is continuing to pull back. It's got the 1020 cross coming up here, but let's see if she breaks below that 430.25 or if it holds that area there. I'm watching CCL right here, right above it. I'm watching SPY. I'm watching SPY up there, finally breaking below that 430.25. There goes SPY breaking lower here. Just broke below that support of the day, coming right down to that 430. See what it's going to do here at that 430 support. Time is at 9:38, 8 minutes in. Around 9:45, 10 o'clock, we'll start seeing if we got some movement to make some day trades here. If you guys see something moving, just let me know in the trade room. We'll take a look at the chart and go over our entries and exits. Carnival Cruise Line's down to that 10 right now on a today 1 minute. SPY still breaking lower here. And if we do a day trade, we could have it set up here ready to go. You know, we can have it ready for the October 1st. Obviously, if it's breaking down, it's going to be a put. If it's breaking out, it'd be a call. So we could just have things ready to go. Delta's got a big climb today. You guys see Delta at $45 just about here. Look at that Delta breaking out. This is another one. Trade plan perfection here. It came down to that 10. Tested support. Now it's got that confirmed climb there off that 10. Now your next area of resistance here, obviously you got some at 45. You break that 45, you're looking at that $47.50 to $50 target. SPY is still breaking down. So now when 9:45 comes up, you guys know the 15-minute opening range day trade strategy, right? Are you guys familiar with that? So what we're going to be looking for, if we look at that 15-minute opening range day trade strategy, is the high. Here's the highest wick that we see. So we see a wick right there. I'm not good at drawing a straight line, so just bear with me. There is the high, and that's just based on the wick there of the high of the first 15 minutes, and then the low. Obviously, we're still making lows here, so that's going to continue to change. But if we were at right now and testing it, here is your lows of the day. And then, you know, at 9:45, if it drops below, you're entering into a put. If it starts to climb, breaks above that high, that's when you're entering into that call. That's the 15-minute opening range day trade strategy. So at 9:45, that's when you look at that and draw the highs, the lows, and then look for that breakout or that breakdown below those highs and lows there. And then you can target that quick 10 to 30% return on a day trade strategy. Airline's still looking good. Let's see, JP Morgan. Disney's up over 2% today. It's got a nice climb. Watching SPY, though, it's still breaking lower. Bill, what's the favorites you like in the transports? Caterpillar up about 1%. Boeing's up about 2%. NASDAQ is red for the day now, down 18 points on the day. Guys, PCG, PG&E Corp is starting to climb on a today 1 minute chart. If you guys take a look, PCG. That's a nice one for a swing trade. But like I said, we're focusing in on some day trades. But just put that on your watch list. And remember, we want to follow the trade plan. That's the key thing here today. PROG is still climbing. That was up 19% this morning when I was looking at it. Up 31% now. That's one that, you know, if you jump into a day trade, obviously 2 pennies there, a 2-penny climb, you got a quick 10% gain. 20-cent climb. SPY is breaking down there. I'm watching that up above. Coming up on 9:45. Now you're seeing that breakdown here on SPY, right? Here's opening bell on this candle, 9:30 a.m. You saw the next candle we climbed, and we've just been continuing to break down. It consolidated here for about 2 minutes. It broke down, got right up to that 10 so far, and now you got that big candle when it gets up to that resistance and then fails. So now we'll see if it takes out yesterday's low of the day right here at about that 429 candle. That is a breakdown, and we are at 9:45 a.m. now. So now we could be mapping out those highs and lows here and be looking for those strategies. Remember, you're looking for the MACD, crossover, and the candle. And like I teach you guys in the trade room, you know, depending on the size of your account, you know, we're trading the trade challenge account today. It's going to be anywhere, you know, if it's less than 5,000, it's like anywhere from 8 to 12% into a trade. You know, if you got over there and you got some buffer room, obviously then you could do like 7 to 10%. So on the trade challenge account here that we started with 2,500, we got up to about 38. What I'm going to be doing is about 12%. So 37.82, multiply that by 0.12. That's about a $453 trade. So I'll probably be in the range between $400, $500 on a day trade. What am I going to look for? So if I have $500 on a day trade, I'm just looking for a quick 15, 25% return. So if 0.15, that's $75 to $75 to about $150 we'll be looking for. So once we got that price target there, $75 to $150 on that trade, and like I said, it depends on your account. If you got a, let's say, $50,000 account, so if you got $50,000 and then you're doing, let's say, 9% on a trade, times that by 0.09, so you're making about a $4,500 trade. So then your 15% gain on that $4,500 trade is going to be about $675. That's going to be your low range there. So just remember how we go over that, because that's a really important part of position sizing, which we're going to be going over in Sunday's class. Okay, watching SPY. Now see what SPY's been doing here for the past 4 candles. It's consolidating side by side here. So you're watching for either that, you know, coming off of support or that next breakdown here. It came down to just about that 429, tested yesterday's low. We'll see what happens here. I'm watching Carnival Cruise Line over to the right here. That's pulling back from the highs, continuing to retrace. General markets are continuing to retrace here. So now we break below that 429 on SPY. We're probably going to see much further selling pressure coming in. So I'll just get something ready. It doesn't mean I'm trading it. Just getting it ready for a quick execution. We could be looking for that 429. Or we could even be looking at 428 for today's expo. You know, and, you know, like I said, 5 contracts. That'll be about, what, 5... multiply it by 105, that'll be about a $525 trade if I entered into these 5 contracts for that 428. So I'm not making the trade yet, just watching, seeing what the candles are doing back here. I have this ready to go so we could have a quick execution, because the longer you take, if it starts to really break down there, you know, that could go from $1 to $1.50 really quick. So it's nice to have those orders ready. That's what's nice about having all these screens. You can just bring it down here, execute that while you're watching the candles. Okay, SPY starting to climb here. Came down to support, holding so far. A break below that 429 would have been an optimal entry there for that SPY put that I was talking about. That's what I'm waiting for. If it does break below that 429, I'll be entering into a SPY put. If the MACD comes, we start getting some green bars above the zero line on the histogram of the MACD. Well, then guess what? Let me see if I can make that a little bigger. Okay, so now if we start breaking out there and we got some green bars above zero line on the histogram of the MACD, that 1020 crossed, then I'd be looking at some calls there as a day trade. But right now, we're getting up to that 10 failing. You know, see how quick, that was at $1.05 before. It was just at $1.15. So you see how quick these move. You know, that would have been $50, $60 right there already. So we're getting ready because execution and speed is everything as far as day trades are concerned. So let's take a look here. Always make sure too, if you're using eTrade Pro, that the account you're going from is, you know, one, you know, that you're actually trading there. A couple of times I've actually had one of them, you know, listed as the main account while I'm looking at Trade Challenge, and then I'm like, where did that trade go? And I keep placing the order, and then it gets filled in the other account there. I'm watching SPY here. That's what's important about trader mentality and psychology, being patient, disciplined. Watching the charts here, watching, following your trade plan. Yeah, so that's a good question, Sammy. So usually I'll, you know, if it's starting to move quick, I'll do a market order. Yeah, I like just putting like 115. I say to myself, I say, okay, when that stock was right at about here, it was at $1.15. You know, so I'm telling myself, okay, if she gets back down there, that's going to be about $1.15. So, you know, I'm kind of mentally, you know, mapping out my entry and what the price should be about if it does come down there. So, you know, it's starting to come down a bit. Let's see. Obviously, these are getting pretty volatile here, so it's probably going to be... I just want to see it really break below that 429 before entering in. See, now it's at $1.25, and that's at $1.05 when we were just looking at it. So you see how quick. You're just up $120 on that already if you just jumped in. But let's see here. So that would be my entry if we do break below 429. We're testing it right now. If she breaks below there, that'd be a nice entry. Now already I'm telling myself, okay, if I do enter into this trade, if it starts breaking down, where's going to be my stop? Well, it's going to be anywhere between 429.50 and 430. If I enter into that put there, if we start breaking below that 429, that would be my stop. 50% max stop, or our stop here, you know, anywhere between 429.50, 430. If we jump into that put. Let's see. Bill's looking at, is that the today 1 minute chart there, Bill? On what are you looking at there? This microphone's always in the way. AXP. AXP's getting a nice break out there. American Express. Now see how SPY, we're able to maintain our discipline and patience while we're watching this here. You know, we break below that support there. That's where we're going to be looking to enter into those SPY puts. If we don't break below it, we're not entering. Now, if we take a look at the 3-month daily chart here, you see, if we break below yesterday's low there, we could possibly retrace back down to about that 425 to 420. So that's what we're going to be looking for. AXP is at new highs of the day there. Here is SPY. American Express still breaking out. I'm watching over here at the major, ETFs. So right now, Dow is up 122, Nasdaq's down 42, S&P is down about 69, down 1 point right now. I'm watching SPY right here, so I like looking over, seeing what the general markets are doing. Here comes another flush. Now I'm just getting my order ready. So if I enter into that trade in this, in the trade challenge account right here, that's going to be what I'm doing here. So let's see. Want to see that break below 429 with body below. I don't like putting this here because it shows, account numbers and stuff, but here is the order. I have privacy settings there anyway, but there it is right here. That's what it's going to look like. It'll be about a $586 day trade, and we'd be looking for a quick, 20% return. So it's ready to go if we start breaking below.
STTK Shattuck Labs to present clinical data on SL 172154 and SL 279252, and preclinical data on SL 9258 at SITC meeting. That's Sandy Tango Tango Kilo STTK.
So as we're watching the SPY, notice we didn't get a body below 429. You see how disciplined we're being. I'm also watching over here the heat map, seeing what's moving here. Obviously, healthcare is pulling back quite a bit today. Consumer services are doing pretty well. Energy is doing well. Industrials, travel. So I'm watching that. Watching SPY. Didn't break below that 429. Now, here's what's nice about SPY. See how it's holding that 429 so far today? I personally think it's going to break below. But if it holds there, notice how now we're starting to get that MACD cross, green bars above zero line, and now the SMAs are converging. That 10, 20-day simple moving average on a today 1-minute chart starting to converge a bit. So you're setting up for a nice execution here based on the trade plan with these indicators moving into position. I still have that ready up top here, ready to go. Just didn't get our signal yet. While I'm watching that, let me just look over at these market movers, see if there's anything else moving that we could take a look at. Nothing yet. Merck up, wow, 8% gain on Merck today.
PMI for September.
I'm watching SPY there. I'm getting ready in case it does break below that 429. If the trade executes, you'll see it right here. Get ready again. Nasdaq's down 55 points right now. PG&E is starting to get a climb. Oz up 107. Notice how we don't have the MACD cross with our trade plan right now, right? If you're looking at that today 1 minute chart, you know, we got the SMA crossover, but that MACD is showing signs of, you know, consolidation here and possible momentum higher with that crossover. We want to see it like it was back here for that breakdown. So that's why we're being cautious, disciplined, and waiting. That's the most thing traders can't do. And guys, we just posted the link there.
ISM September manufacturing PMI 61.1 versus 59.9 in August. Construction spending unchanged. Consensus was plus 0.3%.
Now, so here's some market news that came out. So you're going to see a little bit larger candles here. Now, see, now SPY is starting to get a climb. There goes AXP, nice breakout there. So now if we get this 1020 cross, we could be entering into SPY calls right off the lows there. Watching PG&E, PCG get a nice little bounce there, nice climb. All right, so that 431 call is going for about 94 cents, right? So that's not bad. If we start to break out there, that's what I'm going to be looking at getting. That 431 call for today's expo. We didn't get that crossover yet there. I'm waiting.
DKNG, DraftKings with same bolt partners with NFT platform Autograph. That's Delta Kilo November Golf.
Getting that ready here to go. It's going to be about a $600 trade. We got that crossover, and there we go. I'm entering into that trade. I am in SPY, 431 call here. I am in that. Now I'm just going to watch the chart there. Here's our percentage gain or loss, and here's the profit and loss over there to the right. So we'll watch that now. Now, obviously, our stop would be a candle below about 429 here. And our target could be a resistance around 431.50 to 432, depending on how long we want to stay in that trade for. Watching the markets get a little climb off the lows here. Now, if that drops below that 429.50, that's probably where I'd be exiting out of that trade for your stop loss. I want to see it break that 430 now, so I'm just watching each of these candles here. Let me put on Diamond ETF over here and Qs. Watch Watch those side by side as well. Big pullback there on Q's and SPY. I'm getting this ready to sell just in case it does break below that support there.
Speaking things that are up, of course, shares of Merck are up sharply, though off the highs of the morning. The stock has been up as much as 12%. This, of course, on news we first got at 6 a.m. this morning. Molnupiravir, antiviral drug that we've actually...
So see, now we're saying, are we going to stop between 29.50 or 429?
Having success in its phase 3 trials. In fact, success was such in terms of showing efficacy against the effects of COVID-19 that the trial was stopped with the FDA's approval. Stopped, and now they are going to submit an emergency application to the FDA for usage of the drug. You may see it out in the market as soon as the end of the year. Maybe see it. Global study, reduced hospitalizations or deaths by...
Nearing the stop on that SPY put. Getting ready.
By the way, and they did stop those trials early. You could see an EUA made in the next few weeks by Merck to the FDA seeking that approval. We meet twice a day. It's 5 days, two pills a day. And again, it's for those who had mild to moderate COVID. You need to actually take it early. A previous trial had indicated it's not helpful in a hospital situation. Where this drug has had efficacy is in the early days of COVID. If you test positive, you show any symptoms, you take it, it knocks the virus down, it decreases markedly your ability to be infectious as well. So
There we go. Nice candle there.
you're looking at how many courses of treatment.
See if that could hold out, break that 430 now.
The supply chain, they've been getting ready for this. So they're on course to have 10 million courses of treatment ready to go when this thing is approved. The U.S. government already had said, hey, we'll pay $1.5 billion or 1.7 million courses. Those will be ready. And there are other countries in talks with. It's also my understanding the U.S. government also has an option to acquire more courses of treatment should it desire to do so. Molnupiravir, again, benefiting Merck, but you can see also having a very negative impact on some of the other plays out there in terms of the vaccine world, or Regeneron, of course, which has a compound antibody that's infused, that's been effective in treating COVID as well. The Moderna shares, though, really taking it hard, down almost 13%. Earlier this morning, on Squawk on the Street, I had an opportunity to speak to Dr. Wendy Holman. They are the founders and leaders of Ridgeback Biotherapeutics. That is the company that actually...
I'm watching Diamond, SPY, and Q's, and they're all doing just about the same thing right now. So whatever happens, it's going to either be a broad-based market climb here or drop. We'll see what happens here. I'm watching SPY 430 level and 429.
Today, here's what they had to say in terms of what this all...
PCG is getting a nice climb there.
If you know that your risk of being hospitalized or having a bad illness or obviously death has been dramatically reduced by all of these countermeasures, including hopefully molnupiravir, then you feel more comfortable conducting activities the way we always did. We're super excited and happy that this drug has worked the way we hoped it would, and that it's so easy to distribute and to manufacture from a logistics standpoint. This can be distributed around the globe, and we can make large quantities available.
There we go. Let's see what it's going to do at that 430.
At least that's the way investors are looking at it. Not just 10 million treatment courses initially, but perhaps hundreds of millions over time.
Yeah, good things for Merck, good things for society writ large. I mean, look no further than the futures market this morning, which reversed course. It had been lower until we got this news this morning. And just looking at the S&P, the sector that is underperforming is down 1% right now is healthcare. And it is because names of like Moderna and Regeneron, Pfizer that are weighing on that sector within the S&P right now because of this news and of course the implications that people are going to be able to have this Tamiflu-like treatment to be able to access and to use.
Yeah, and it acts against all variants because it's not about acting on the spike protein, which again is of significance given we don't know what variants are still yet to come.
I want to see that 10-day simple moving average cross above that 50.
Anticipation of further or too. So there's potentially broad usage for molnupiravir out there.
Yeah, we talked about Merck today. Best day since '09. You don't see Merck up 9% that often. All-time high. Going back to
See, so
June
now
2nd,
what you can see here is that BDM,
2008.
now consolidation.
Since
So this is what
inception
I'm
of the
mapping out right
pandemic
here.
has been pretty good across the board. Barclays, Cantor. Barclays says it's remarkable how, David, the street really hadn't given the stock much credit for this drug, even
That's
over
what
the
I'm watching for.
earnings
That's why I
season.
want to see that 10 crossing above that
Maybe
red
we should
50
talk about it.
and then see that breakout. If I see that green
Few
candle
analyst
like
companies
this,
in the past have noted that this might
that'll
be
be a great
a
sign for that
high-growth
continued
usage for
momentum up to at least that
molnupiravir.
430-150. If I see it fail and pull back here,
Well, what we're
that's not a
discussing
good
on
sign for those
today's show, the
calls.
drug to combat COVID, is
So I
being
want to see that
studied in
breakout. That's what I'm
circles. The
watching
S&P
here.
and Dow mentioned before, both higher, while the Nasdaq is retreating slightly.
Fall below
And as
support,
we
I'll be
leave
out of that trade.
editorial advisor, CEO, and CNBC contributor Tiffany
I don't like
Crane
how it's
with
failing to break above that
Watchlist,
50 on a today 1 minute
we're
so
listening to
far.
you both, and you know what? We're going to stick with this treatment news and the fact that it does seem to be having broader implications on the market this morning. Tiffany, I want to get your thoughts on that and how much of the lift we're seeing in the major averages, or at least the S&P and the Dow this morning, is tied to that, and how sustainable it is.
Yeah. Hey, Morgan, how are you? So this is potentially huge, right? So this is like great news to kind of like wake up to. And so really, this was like the wild card, right? So the Delta variant and what that was going to mean. Were we going to have to kind of have another repeat of last year? Do we know what to do? You know, we certainly have some information and kind of like the straw run from last year. But now with this news, I think it's really reducing stress in the overall economy, right? So not necessarily for healthcare workers, but clearly in like the service industry, restaurants, travel, airlines, entertainment, all of these industries that have been really hit hard by COVID. And I really think that this is a game changer. As you mentioned, you know, not so much for Regeneron and Moderna, but certainly broad positive implications for the overall market and economy.
Brian, how do you see it, especially given the fact that we hadn't seen this rotation as we've had rates move higher over the past week and a half in a market way? We have seen this rotation into more value and cyclical-oriented names, reflation stocks, if
There
you
we
will.
go. Right
How
back up to
important
that
has it
430.
been alongside tech
Let's
for
see what it
investors
does
to
at
stay
that
focused this
430
year?
here.
Yeah, good morning. Thanks for having me. I think this is pretty consistent with what you've seen all along. Whenever there's any good news related to COVID-19, cyclicals tend to get a bit of a boost. It's been consistent with the decline in Delta cases worldwide and in the United States. I think that's part of what's been driving rates up and what's been driving investors more into that cyclical and value trade. This doesn't feel like as immediate in terms of the impact that it will have on the economy. I think what you are seeing though is a slowdown, not due to Delta and COVID-19 necessarily, but due to just the removal of fiscal stimulus, monetary stimulus. It might be appropriate given that we're moving out of the pandemic, out of the emergency mode of the pandemic, and I think that's what's going to be the major narrative for markets in the fourth quarter and as we move into 2022. So I don't think the cyclical trade is going to last in a global way. I think what happens today when there's moments of bursts of better than expected economic data, but I think for the most part, we slide back down into some sort of
See how it's
normalization.
struggling with that 430. That's why we're watching that 430 very closely here.
Interesting. All right, Tiffany, what is your outlook for the fourth quarter of this year? I mean, certainly the markets are climbing a wall of worry right now, and Q3 earnings, as we get ready to go into that season, could be a little nasty potentially, given some of the supply chain issues we've been hearing companies begin to warn even more so about, and some of the cuts to forecasts.
I'm watching Qs. I want to see the Qs break 350, 675.
Issues are
Dow, I'd like to see break 340.
right that everybody's talking about. So I really do think that going forward into Q3 and actually even into Q4, you know, profit growth of corporations are going to definitely slow, right? So you know, costs are increasing, labor, freight, materials, all of those things. You know, I know of a company in Asia who manufactures stuffed animals, and it costs them $5,000 to ship a container to the U.S. Now it costs them $24,000 to ship that same container. So the costs are extremely real, and they're really, really out of control. So I do see margins shrinking. I do think that overall, we're still going to see positive results
Qs are
from
getting that
corporations.
1020 cross. Qs are starting to break out a bit.
A little bit tight, and we're
Should
not
see
going to see
SPY
the
take
results
off.
of last quarter.
Yeah, Brian, I mean, just going back to the investment thesis you laid out for the rest of this year, and
See if Qs are going to break that 357. I'm watching that. I'm watching Dow here at that 340 candle. Want to see us break that 430 here on SPY. It's been struggling since 10:01 there to break that 430.
Yeah, the Fed's been extraordinarily patient. I would say even maybe accepting or encouraging of higher inflation to see a central banker stand up and say, not a huge difference between 2.4 and 2% in terms of what the average household is going to feel. I think that tells us we're in a new regime for monetary policy. The economy is deliberately being run hot by central bankers, and I'd say in the margins by fiscal policy too, although that effect is wearing off. What I would say though is, we saw in the spending data this morning for August, consumers are rotating away from goods, durable goods that have gotten expensive, and they're rotating into services. Even in the month where COVID-19
Getting my order ready to sell if that breaks below here.
we saw consumers increase their spending on fun and decrease their spending on stuff. And the more that rotation happens, and the more the economy gets back into equilibrium, the less pressure there's going to be.
Okay, I'm out of that trade.
So it's not just the supply
Broke below that support there at 429. Out of that.
producers and to economists too.
61 cents exit. That's a big red candle there. Broke below that support.
Supply chains.
Okay, we're gonna leave the conversation there.
Look for that next trade setup now.
Tiffany and Brian with the S&P up fractionally. 43.12 is the level. Thank you.
So let's see. What did we lose on that trade? We lost 268 on that trade. So first trade down to 268. Let's see what we do on our next one here. Continuing to break lower. That's why it's important to follow your stops there so you minimize those losses there.
Interview with the CEO of Rocket Labs on the company's new contract for the U.S. Space Force. We've got a big show still ahead. Don't go anywhere.
See, Delta's still at about 4.5%. Disney's not doing much. 3-month daily chart now on SPY. Look at how that's looking here. Dow's only up 62 now, 59. Nasdaq's down 81 points.
AMC, Alpha Michael Charlie, seeing some call activity. January 145 calls active. And AMC, Alpha Michael Charlie.
SPY October 1st. 428.
Getting vaccines can protect not only you, but your loved ones longer.
Looking at a possible put entry here on the SPY 427s here. Watching that.
City Furniture Sleep Sale. This weekend, get a free power base, a free $300 gift card to Tempur-Pedic. Plus,
Diamond still pulling back there.
sure, we have the best price guaranteed.
Let's take a look at a 3-minute.
I will push you. I will test you. I'll demand everything you've got. What do you get? Everything I have.
The drama in Washington, D.C. continued with lawmakers failing to reach a deal on President Biden's key infrastructure bill. That was during late-night negotiations. Elon Moy has the latest for us. Elon.
Well, David, the House has now officially reconvened, and Democrats are going to be meeting in just a few minutes to determine if there is any way forward on that infrastructure bill. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi arrived at the Capitol just about half an hour ago
Getting ready for that entry on that 427 here.
During that vote today, and she did not rule out the possibility of waiting until next year for a vote on that bigger social spending package. Now, as you mentioned, lawmakers were here until about midnight last night trying to work out this deal. One of the moderate Democrats involved, Representative Josh Gottheimer, was optimistic. He tweeted, "It ain't over yet. This is just one long legislative day," and he recommended grabbing some Gatorade and some Red Bull. But progressives were more pointed. Congresswoman Ilhan Omar warned against making any predictions until all the
Yeah, we could even look at that 426 if we're looking for that further breakdown.
bigger social spending package actually
And
passes
those
before they will support
426s are going for about 77 cents.
were also dispatched to Capitol Hill last night to try to win over those two key moderate Democratic senators, Kirsten Sinema and Joe Manchin.
Let's see, what's that going to cost about? That'd be about a $555 trade if we entered into that. 78 cents. That starts dropping below 428. I'll enter. Got it ready to go. Just waiting to place trade.
That should not hold the House up from voting on the infrastructure bill. So, Carl, we will see if there's any sort of breakthrough after Democrats finish their meeting. Back over to you.
Elon, thank you very much, Elon Boyd. Meantime,
All right, I entered. I'm in at 84 cents. Small trade, $590 in that.
manufacturers are facing, and with the report card on what's going on
I'll just let that continue to go for a bit there. Now remember, that could get up to that 429. 429 would probably be our stop, our target. If we look on that retracement, we could be targeting, I'd probably say about 425 if we continue a hard pullback like we did yesterday there.
Politico this morning writes, first, it's pretty clear to progressives that they can forget about $3.5 trillion. They think maybe the compromise comes in between 1.5 and 2.1. Do you think this week was a needle mover?
Well, look, I want to stay focused on the task at hand. And the task at hand is that we have a bipartisan infrastructure investment bill that passed the Senate. It's before the House, or should be before the House. There was a promise to bring it up actually on Monday of this week. And I can think of nothing better for the men and women in manufacturing.
I'm watching Q's on it today, 1 minute at 355.
Representatives pass this bipartisan infrastructure investment bill because it means
I'm watching that candle.
jobs for manufacturers, it means jobs for Americans, and it means better roads and bridges and lack of crumbling infrastructure for the first time in generations in this country.
All right, so that's your hope. But what do you think the reality is right now?
The entire market's in the red. Dow is in the red. Nasdaq, S&P. Let's see, Russell's up a bit. Small caps.
If that's what Congress wants to focus on, this bill is the first step to doing that. Obviously, there have been back and forth when it comes to the reconciliation package, Carl. You know that. You've heard that in your lead up.
I think we're just going to see continuing pullback here throughout the day.
With a little bit of trepidation because, as Senator Sinema has so rightly pointed out, the tax increases in that bill can really harm investment and job creation and the ability to raise
Making new lows here.
country. And I don't think that's really what we should be focused on. We should be focused on strengthening the economy rather than setting us back. But like
Nice pullback here. Continued retracement.
JP Morgan, Jay, shipping and logistics supply constraints show no signs of abating.
Nice continued drawback here. 427.65 on SPY.
Help that. Maybe even this Merck Henry model theoretically could help that. Do you think Q4 may be the worst of it?
we got a lot wrapped up in that question. First and foremost, getting people vaccinated and getting this pandemic finally under control is absolutely essential.
Here comes that further pullback, retracement.
And getting the supply chain bottlenecks uncorked, if you will.
Nice drop there. Nice profits on those puts.
Also critical to that because we're having trouble moving.
See that next drop here.
Ports, we're having all kinds of logistical issues. But the supply
President Biden tweeting now, let me be clear, no hardworking American should be paying more in taxes than entire tech or oil companies.
Here we go. Biden announcing about taxes.
Pay their fair share.
Got a nice gain on these puts, 26%, 27%.
in the sector, you got to fill 4 million jobs by the end of the decade. That's why
And I'm out of that trade, guys. I locked in a nice profit on that trade. I am out. Order status. So we were in at 83, out at $1.02. 1.02. Divide that by 0.83, so that's about a 23% gain there. All right, so now we'll look for that next day trade setup, and this is what you do all throughout the day here. You're following your trade plan, you know, and we just got to follow through. You're going to have a losing trade every now and then. You know, you don't know what the markets are going to do. That's why you have your stops. You have your targets, you have your stops. You're analyzing that before you enter into a trade, and you're asking yourself, where's my target? Where's my stop if that trade goes against me? You're following that trade plan, and you're able to execute nice exits and entries there based on that. So nice exit there. Still pulling back a bit. Could add more profit, but, you know, that was really nice. So 1 for 1 now. Now let's see that next setup here. If you guys see something moving, let me know and we can certainly make a day trade on it. Or at least look at the chart there. I'm watching the airline, still not doing much. They're retracing from the highs. If you guys see anything else moving, let me know. I'm seeing SPY starting to break down again. So I could be looking at another SPY entry if I wanted to do another day trade there. Now I'm watching SPY there because if that gets up to that 10 and starts to pull back, that'd be another nice entry there for those SPY puts. If she starts pulling back sharply here, next red candle below previous candle's body would be an entry for a SPY put. You start breaking above that 428, you'd be looking for a possible entry with some calls. Still pulling back here a little bit off that 10. I'm watching. If I got into some SPY puts again, I'd probably be looking at those 425s. They're going for about 60 cents. They were just at 71 cents there. So, you know, you could have a quick 25% gain, you know, if you just have that candle right below that 427.30 again. So I'm just watching because those out of the monies, you know, still, you know, quite a bit of time throughout the day here. So they're a cheaper option than going with those $2 contracts, because that's going to eat away. Remember what we were talking about with our balances for the day? So if you look at balances here, you're allowed to trade up to the max cash available for withdrawal. So, you know, if I wanted to make $500 trades on my next few trades here, you know, I could make 5 trades up to $2,500 utilizing $500 a trade. You can't go over that. So that's the nice thing about a cash account, and that's why we have the trade challenge as a cash account there. So we can avoid that pattern day trader rule. So we took advantage of that SPY breakdown there. It's starting to climb a bit. You're seeing that crossover on the MACD starting to form. Yeah, 428 is resistance on SPY. So you got some 428 acting as resistance on SPY. It starts to climb. You'll see that MACD cross, and then you'll start to see that 1020 cross.
Headline from Reuters now. Shares of Lordstown off the lows at $7.23.
Jay, appreciate that again. Congratulations on the holiday, I imagine. A big deal in manufacturing circles. We'll see you soon.
It's already a holiday because it's another workday for manufacturing, and we're going to show all of America how great manufacturing is.
We definitely hear
That's
that.
RITE.
Thank you.
As we head to a break, we've got the S&P actually in negative territory, slipping back below 4,300 right now. But here are the top gainers for the S&P and what has been a rough week.
SPY starting to climb there. If that starts to break out, there's that MACD cross, right? So now we just be looking at some calls if we start that breakout. We're not making any trades. We're just getting ready.
Topping the list, in many cases, double-digit percentages week to date. We're right back. Stay with us.
Always be prepared.
DMY Technology Group 4 shares opening for trade at $10.15, priced at $10 per unit. That's Delta Michael Yankee Sandy Uniform, DMYSU.
Now this is what we do on Fridays all day. We're just watching for executions, following that trade plan. You know, if we make 10 trades, 7 of them are winners, 3 are losers, we're fine with that. It's following the trade plan, being disciplined, and not trading on emotions. Now see how we were waiting for that candle with the body above that 428 resistance? And so far it flirted with it, but didn't break above it. We're looking for a full candle with body above that 428, preferably above that blue 20-day simple moving average on a today 1-minute chart for a sign there that we're going to start that breakout again, maybe get up to that 430, which we could look for a quick scalp utilizing some calls there on October 1st day trade. So that's why we have that up, ready to go, just in case we start to move. Dow's down about 7 points. NASDAQ's down 117 points right now. I think we're going to see SPY continue to pull back here as well. So I'm just going to get some SPY puts ready. NASDAQ's pulling down sharply. So, you know, I'm just going to get this ready to go here. Those 426s, 425s are going for about 61 cents. 10 contracts of those, that'd be nice if we start that breakdown. It'd be about a $600 trade, $590 trade. Not making the trade yet, just getting ready, watching. So see how drastically it was just at 60 cents, it was at 39 cents. So with these out of the money options here, you have a little bit better leverage there as far as your returns go if you're following the trade plan. The only thing you got to tell yourself, see how it's at 61 cents now, you know, they're very volatile, so you got to be prepared for that. There's that breakdown. She breaks below that 427.50. I'll probably enter into this SPY put. Markets are still pulling back a bit here. NASDAQ's down 118, S&P's down about 16, and Dow is down about 4 points. Just being patient, disciplined, and watching here. 62 by 63, 64, 65. You see how quick, you know, there you go. They're moving again. You know, we could get ready now with this. Not entering, just got it ready. So I always have it just ready like this. So if I see that candle with that entry, I'm going to be entering into it. It's going for about 60 by 61 now.
Welcome back to Spot Goes Trade. It's now time for our ETF Spotlight. We're taking a look at the energy sector, ticker XLE. It's up double digits to...
Dow's getting a little climb. NASDAQ's climbing off the lows there, so, you know. You just
GM, General Motors.
waiting and watching there for that execution. If you guys are enjoying this YouTube video, please give it a thumbs up, like it, and share it on social media, guys. I'd really appreciate that.
Delivered 446,997 vehicles in the U.S. in the third quarter. That's down 218,100.
58 by 59.
From a year ago, financial outlook is still expected to be within the calendar year guidance range previously provided. Says due to semiconductor supply chain disruptions and historically low inventories, the delivery number was low. Says semiconductor supply disruptions that impacted our third quarter wholesale and customer deliveries are improving. That's GM. Golf Michael. General Motors says look forward to a more stable operating environment through the fall.
Purdue University Global. Apply now at purdueglobal.edu.
So see right now on SPY, just so you guys could see, you know, so you can see here, right? We already have the MACD cross. Let me zoom in a little bit more here. So you can see we already have the MACD cross, right? You have green bars above the zero line. That's why we didn't enter into that put yet. We're looking at 427.50 is going to be support, but you see how it's kind of channeling up a bit here, right? So now it's trading between support and that 428 and that 20-day simple moving average. So that's what we're watching for right here.
On October 4th.
You see how it's consolidating, right? It's consolidating between that 10-20. Here was the breakdown momentum, right? There was that breakdown momentum. Now it's consolidating. So we're waiting for a make or a break above or below that consolidation for our next signal here for that entry.
he faces sex trafficking charges. The 80-year-old Canadian fashion designer appeared on a video link from jail. Canada's Justice Minister has to formally
Now, see, I'm watching Diamond over to the right. Let me show you Diamond ETF quick. Diamond ETF's just starting to get that 1020 cross, but it's not breaking above that 338.50, which is some resistance here. So, you know, you still got that support at about 338 for Diamond and 328.50 as resistance. So watching that. Now, you see SPY starting to climb here. You're starting to get that 1020 cross now, right? So now you start breaking above that. We could be looking for some SPY calls. So you were just getting ready.
Report circulating that hackers robbed thousands of Coinbase customers using MFA flaw.
We're getting some auto sale numbers from GM.
Crypto exchange Coinbase disclosed that a threat actor stole cryptocurrency from 6,000 customers after using a vulnerability to bypass company's SMS multi-factor authentication feature. That is from Sleeping Computer, article out in the last few minutes.
Big breakout there.
Shows of Coinbase pulling back a bit here, $250.02. That's Charlie Oscar, India, November.
If it starts to break out, I was looking at those 430 calls here, going for about 64 cents. 10 contracts would be about $640. So I'm just looking at that. You got that 1020 cross, you got the MACD cross. So if it comes down to support and then it gets that green candle, that's where I'd be entering. So I'm just watching it for right now here. It's at about 60 cents, 59 cents now. You know, I could get that order ready, so I just have to place it. It would be about a $623 trade.
We can all read between the lines on that one, October low. We are an hour into trading on this first day of Q4.
Just watching here. What time is it? About 10:36. And you also have to remember lunchtime's coming up. So, you know, as a trader, you're preparing yourself for that. Usually you see less volume coming in during the lunch hours. So, watching that.
By historical standards, there's been a pretty good reset within the market.
Yeah, for sure. It's been going on for months, Carl. You know, the average stock really has done nothing for about 5 or 6 months. Starting in early June, you did get all the cyclicals really coming back, you know, giving up a lot of their early year gains. We did price in some magnitude of slowdown. I think the reset now has also happened at the index level to a degree. Things are starting to look a little bit oversold. Definitely not a washout yet. We haven't gotten some kind of great flush. And I think in terms of sentiment and positioning, it's come off the boil for sure. I think people are very fully invested going into September. Kind of remain so, but now they're more cautious. I think some of the tactical players have come back. So all that stuff probably is constructive in terms of setting things up for a potential recovery and move higher later this quarter. But it's a tough news flow situation right now. And I think you have this push-pull of inflation. It's just a nagging issue. I mean, you saw the numbers today, this morning. It's why the Fed has now been seeming like they're in a little more of a hurry to start tapering. At the same time, we want permission. Investors want permission to look through the third quarter slowdown toward a reopening type trade. And with this Merck news today, that arguably could have given you the excuse. So that's where we're caught, I think, right now.
Yeah, I mean, from a technical standpoint, Mike, the fact that we saw a little bit of a burst higher to start the trading session today, the S&P and the Dow, now the S&P is firmly negative, the Dow is right at the flat line. I guess, how does that speak to market sentiment and how investors are positioning as we go into another weekend?
Yeah, I mean, Morgan, there's definitely been a severe loss of momentum. You've had some breakdowns on the charts. Overnight, the S&P 500 futures, they went down to, you know, I guess it was like 4270-ish, so maybe 0.5% down from here. Maybe the actual index has to go and take a look at those levels as well. Usually when the market has been in one of these downtrends, you don't want to see kind of a tepid morning bounce. Often that brings out people who've been emboldened to sell. I don't think it's by any means kind of undoing the longer-term uptrend, but it's much dicier than it had been for a while. You've lost that sense out there that dip buyers are really have a sense of urgency to buy the first 2 or 3% pullback, and they remain a little bit sidelined right here, just because you know the first group of traders you lose are the ones who are just confident every dip's going to be bought, and that the rotation is going to keep this market higher. So we're kind of moved past that phase, and I still come back to the point. You rarely see a market peak on September 2nd unless there's been some kind of policy mistake or some severe economic slowdown and shock. And so I think we remain in a camp where we're not there yet.
All right, Mike Santoli, thank you. Have a good weekend.
Yeah, you too.
Well, crypto falling alongside the broader markets in September.
starting to break down, so we failed to break above that resistance. Did not execute that call, so now we could be looking at that put if we start that next breakdown, that next leg lower. Be looking at about that 425.
How they view the space. Take a listen.
Well, people's focus, I think, sometimes often myopically on prices, including with Bitcoin prices, we try to step back and look at other signals that we see in the market, in the crypto markets, that we view as kind of leading indicators. And one of the
Just waiting for that next catalyst or that next move here.
indicator that we always look to
Not getting it yet.
the talent
Just side by side. See how the candles here, guys, are trading side by side? When you got a clear signal, notice how like breakdown momentum here. You got these candles dropping below the previous candles' bodies here. Right now, you're seeing it's just side by side candles. That's showing you this is consolidation. That's why we've been patient and we're waiting now for that breakout. Q's just got a nice candle right there. Excuse me.
Sitting here to give you a price prediction.
Looks like a nice little run is happening here. Let's see.
Bitcoin.
Let's change those to some calls here. October 1st, 430s. Let's see if we start breaking out here. Get that ready to go.
Still to come. Don't miss the CEO of Rocket.
Not doing anything yet. Just trading between consolidations. So we're being patient, disciplined. If I got a contract, it'd be the SPY October 1st. 430 calls. They're going for about 63 cents, 62 cents.
We believe every meal should feel like a treat, not just dinner. That's why we created HelloFresh Market, your one-stop shop for every satisfying bite of the week. That means quick meals, breakfast, sides, desserts, and so much more. It means no more agonizing over what's for lunch. And it means so long supermarket. After picking your meals for the week, get whatever else you're in the mood for, because you deserve it. Welcome to HelloFresh Market.
Go to HelloFresh.com and use code BBBY14 for up to 14 free meals.
You invested $10,000 and it turned into $1.3 million.
Oh, nice. Cowboys are playing the Panthers, huh? Yeah, we got that game for sure.
GNTEU Marblegate acquisition shares opening at $9.91, priced at $10 per unit. That's Golf Alpha.
Sammy, you guys got no chance.
GNTEU.
There's that breakdown a bit here. So you see how we're just trading side by side. We're getting ready. You know, that's very, very important to get ready for execution of a trade if you start to break out there. But trading side by side there, so you sit back.
getting vaccine. To protect not only you, but your loved ones.
Should we get back to normal?
Let's do this together.
Oh yeah, nature's strong. Stay on. Stay natural.
Mo, that's why we're just looking for some day trade setups here.
Dual action acne treatment.
Got 1 for 1 now, looking for that next breakout. Feels so good to be back too and back in the groove of things. Obviously, I'm sure you guys can see a difference now that treatments are over and back in business here. Sunday's class, it's there for you guys to sign up. If you guys are in the trade room, make sure you guys go up here, go to class sign up right here, and click on class sign up, and you'll be able to add, you'll be able to add that to the. Let me tell him, get this done the right way.
Bed Bath & Beyond, the latest with supply chain warnings. How much could this start consumer stocks heading into the holiday shopping season? Details on tradingnation.cnbc.com. Our squad on the street ahead.
Before autumn started, endless cycle of flush stink or heat. Ew. Better get Febreze Small Spaces. Less odor to activate. And unlit where you can go. Small Spaces continuously eliminates odors, preventing that endless odor cycle for up to 45 days. That's freshness you'll want in every small room. Closets? Yep. Kids' rooms? Good idea. Even when her bathroom is also your laundry room.
Let me refresh that and then try that again now. Okay, so now if you go to class sign up, there you go. It'll be there. Position sizing and trade management. You can put in your name, email address, and then that'll send you an email on Zoom when we go live there. So make sure you guys go check that out there if you're able to access that in the trade room. So go to the trade room, click class sign up, and that'll give you a notification as soon as we go live. And that class, obviously, you can see here, is for Sunday, October 3rd, 7 p.m.
In a rough week in the broader market, check out shares of Rocket Lab. Under a little bit of pressure today, but up about 11% for the week. The space company
Here
awarded
comes
a
SPY breaking down a bit. Dow's pulling back a bit here as well. Be looking at that 425 put. If I make an entry, that's what I'm going to be picking up there. I'm watching SPY. Everything's pulling back a bit here, so I'm getting ready. Okay. 65 cents. Alrighty, I'm in that trade right now. I am in at 67 cents into those SPY puts. Just going to hold on to that. Usually we see some selling pressure going into the afternoon, so that'll be nice. We'll probably hold that going into about 1 o'clock there. I like that. So obviously stop on that's going to be right around 428.35. And then for our target on that, we're going to look for about 425 on that.
Does it enable you to develop the rocket more quickly, or how are you thinking about that as you go out into the coming years?
I want to go down the watch list now and look, since I'm looking at that as we can look at that on like a 3-minute chart here, so you guys can see exactly what you're looking for there. That'll help you with your discipline and with your emotions. Okay, let's see. Going down the watch list here. Everything pulled back from those highs. Dow is pulling back sharply now as well. See if Dow is going to take out new lows of the day. Facebook up about $1.29.
Yeah, in the meantime, you do have this Electron rocket that has already done 18 successful missions to orbit. You've been continuing to test reusability where that vehicle is concerned, and you use basically the friction of the atmosphere.
Diamond is pulling back quite a bit here. Dow is now down about 54 points.
From the sky, in terms of the reusability of Electron, how quickly can you ramp the turnaround, and what does that mean for launch cadence for that vehicle in the future?
And then if you want to look at the 5-minute chart on that as well, you could be looking at the 5-minute chart. You see how on this 5-minute chart of SPY, it's getting up to that 10, pulling back, retracing. Bill, I think volume is really important as far as options go, at least. Because if you don't have the volume coming in, obviously you're not going to have those moves. So, I usually only look at the volume if it's, some less traded stocks there. SPY, obviously, I don't care about the volume on SPY.
Yeah, and you're basically building this vertically integrated space company. You've also been enabling this big bet on small satellite manufacturing as well. You're seeing that take root in the space system segment of your
Now, see, I already know my trade plan with SPY. I already know my exits. I know my targets, my stops.
In Q4, that's Hotel Oscar November. HON, Honeywell, says it will increase its dividend on an annual basis from $3.72 to $3.92. Fourth quarter dividend of 98 cents per share.
I'm watching SPY over to the right on a today 1 minute, and I'm also watching this 5-minute one here. So I'm watching over to the right here, that 428.35 just about.
Increase. Shares of Honeywell now getting a little pop off the lows here now, $212.03. That's Hotel.
Really not trusting this climb going into the lunch hour here. If you take a look at that 3-month daily, you can see we're below the previous candle's body here. Still signs of shift lower here. MACD still below zero line in the histogram of the MACD, and we're still trading below that 10-day simple moving average.
Quickly, given the fact that you do have so many different projects underway, are you able to get all the components and materials you need, especially given the fact that your rocket is fueled by liquid oxygen?
Watching that 428.50 area.
Coming up next on Tech Check, do not miss an exclusive with Amazon's head of devices, Dave Linnet. We'll talk about Amazon's new home robot Astro, which you've probably seen a lot
She
of
breaks
recently.
above that 428.50. I'll be looking to exit. I already have it ready to go here.
Now delivered right to your inbox with the
Watching
simplicity
at
of
that
Android
50.
Auto. Jim's going to send out daily emails,
OSCR,
from
Oscar
our
Health,
website,
October
create videos
$15
online,
fall
and today give
activity
you some
now.
unique insights into the markets.
Oscar Sandy
And you'll have a
Charlie
front row
Romeo.
seat into what stocks Jim is trading in his charitable trust. Total transparency. You can sign up to find out more at
That's
cnbc.com/investing
OSCR.
club, or you can point your phone at your screen. See the QR code at the bottom. It'll take you right there. Dow has narrowed its losses a bit, down 15. We'll be right back.
Getting it ready for execution if it hits my stop.
Dayquil Severe for you, and Daily Vicks Super C for me. Introducing new Vicks Super C and Dayquil Severe Convenience Pack. Vicks Super C is a daily supplement to help energize and replenish your body with vitamin C and B vitamins. Dayquil Severe is a mass-strength medicine for pain and flu relief. It's the daytime coughing, aching, stuffy head fever, power through your day medicine. Someone's feeling better.
Delicious.
All right. Try the new Vicks Convenience Pack.
ESG is responsible investing. Who's responsible for building ESG into your investments? The future.
I don't like how that MACD's climbing on that. So that 428.50, we got to watch that. That'll be our stop. If it fails at this 50, starts to pull back there, that's what we want to see. If not, we're going to exit out of that trade.
With our commitment to better ESG outcomes. Join the pursuit of outperformance at PALT, the investment management business of Prudential.
Pretty amazing. Let's pull the cover up. Thank you for keeping our records on business. I know what car that is. Well, I'm pretty impressed.
SPIR, Spire Global, November 12.5 call sweep active now. Sandy Papa, India Romeo, SPIR. Shares curling a bit higher now, $7.04. That's Sandy Papa,
Your first
India
preference
Romeo,
is inevitably on
SPIR.
your list at cnbc.com. And at noon Eastern, meet the #1 firm on halftime report. All-day coverage on CNBC.
Selling a home is expensive and stressful, so we set out to create a better home sales team with a network of the most successful real estate agents in America that'll sell your home for as little as a 2% commission.
The icing on the cake would be our new listing process. We studied $12,000 in commission.
They were so stress-free. The whole process was amazing, and I would definitely recommend it.
We are not a discount brokers. These are top-level agents that'll get you the best results.
I'm finally the king of my own castle, but my castle has leaks. So I use Thumbtack to find electricians, roofers, and plumbers. I can check out reviews, prices, and book the pro I like.
Right now, that 428 and 428.50 are what we're watching for on SPY.
First dates.
Fed's Harker says central bank
Who's been verified to search the
is
Fed's talking now, so you might see some
achieving
moves.
inflation target.
do its thing. Been
That
verified.
from Reuters.
Achieving inflation target.
Restaurants continue to deal with staffing shortages a month after unemployment benefits have come to an end. Kate Rogers has that story.
Harker says if economy continues to improve, policymakers could potentially reach a point as soon as 2023 before the mandates for both inflation and maximum employment have been met. Says he is penciling in significant upside risk for inflation. Harker says his forecast is that PC inflation would run about 4% this year, then edge down to 2% target over the next couple of years. Harker says he wants to taper sooner rather than later to give the Fed the policy space to raise rates if inflation runs higher than expected. Harker says he is not talking about removing accommodation
Not
anytime
liking the
soon,
news of that.
and the Fed would still be getting accommodation while tapering.
Getting ready to
Harker says
close.
he welcomes review of Fed ethics rules. Harker says Fed should strengthen policies if there are things that bring Americans' trust into question. That's from the Philly Fed President Harker, reported by Reuters.
sector sort this morning. Hey, Don.
Good Friday morning, Carl. Check out what's happening right now because stocks have given up the early gains with the Dow moving between positive and negative territory. The Nasdaq and S&P are firmly lower at this stage, as you can see here. The S&P is now down over 3% for the week, on pace for its worst week in just about a year. Healthcare and technology, the biggest laggards over here, as you can see, at least are some of the biggest laggards. Meanwhile,
Nearing that
energy
428.50.
sector in the S&P this morning after claiming the top spot last month. Among the components making the biggest moves this morning, Occidental Petroleum, Marathon, Devon Energy, Pioneer Natural Resources, all up more than 3%. So keep an eye on that energy sector with a big OPEC meeting next week. Swapping the street, we'll be right back. Keep it ready.
What will make you feel comfortable with the price?
Well, no one made me feel more comfortable than my kindergarten teacher, Miss Jane. Try saying, show me Carfax value.
Get the most accurate price.
If it breaks at 428.50, it's going to take off. So I'm getting ready right here if this is a confirmation candle.
You get advice like, try hypnosis.
Okay, I'm out of
S&P
that trade.
futures are
Turkey.
ticking a bit higher now, 42.90.50.
An impact which can lead to something big. Start small.
Out of that trade there at, let's see, our exit was 37 cents exit out of that.
It's true. With diabetic retinopathy, excess sugar can damage
So we're down about 200 bucks on the day now. So made one winning trade, two losing trades so far with day trades. Going to look for that next setup here. What time is it now? About 10:56. We could look for another day trade here. Getting a climb off cues.
Visit nowic.com and take control of your sun.
Don't settle for products that give you a sort of white smile. Try Crest Whitening Emulsions.
357.
100% whiter teeth. Its highly active peroxide droplets swipe on in seconds and stays on teeth longer to continue whitening long after you apply, with virtually no sensitivity. No rinsing, no brushing off. Just apply and go. Try Crest Whitening Emulsions. Better, faster, 100% whiter teeth. Shop CrestWhiteSmile.com.
People want to be where the situation is. More fact, he was reprehensible with BBBY. Agreed. Aluminum credit card was the only thing that stopped him. Agreed. American Greed, bonus edition. Monday, 10 Eastern.
Save $10 using promo code TV10 at solostove.com.
Got a couple of movies under 6, Lima. They need customized car insurance from Liberty Mutual, so they only pay for what they need. What do you say we
If I pick up Q calls, it'll be these 357s October 1st. Just watching, seeing what we're doing here, seeing if we're going to get up to that 357.
only pay for what you need?
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Allergy sufferers, their plan means it's time to take Zysol. Zysol relieves allergies while you sleep, so you wake refreshed. And in a clinical study, after just one day, 90% felt powerful 24-hour relief. So you might as well take
Okay, just got into a quick little trade here on some Q calls.
Love Tom, but he left us.
I'm rooting for Brady about 2% in this one.
Patriots all day. I'm Tom Sandoval.
And what's nice about that too, guys, if you don't have the discipline or patience to be looking for those targets, exits, you can just go up here on E-Trade Pro,
Futures continue
type in
higher now,
Qs, and you can put in your
42.95.
targets. Let's say 358 is your target on Q, right? 358.00. And if your stop is going to be like 355, you can put 355.00. And then these are your exits. Exits, targets, and now click that note, and then it'll notify you if that either hits that target or that stop there. Whatever it hits first, 350, what did I put, 358 or 357? Let me see.
2.3% more likely to be in forbearance. I talked to Bill Daly, Vice Chairman of Public Affairs for Wells Fargo, about it.
So we'll watch that.
Very aggressive in reaching out to our customers. Now, there's two types of customers. There's those that do service that are in portfolio looks like personal
Let's see what else we have moving over here.
backed programs. And then there's our
Twitter up about 1.5%. Delta continue to pull back from those highs. Google's up about 1% today.
constantly reaching out to our customers.
Not a bad climb.
Work with us.
Disney's up almost $5 today. Disney's having a nice run. Take a look at Disney here.
Costly. We go
Disney's starting another breakout. That's looking pretty good.
that the basis of most wealth
Q's I want to see break that 350, 650.
A lower level at the as a whole, because that grows in value, and then that may be sold or transferred to your kids. So that's the most important investment.
The last hour and a half, 2 hours are the best for day trading. You have the very low extrinsic value, time value on those option premiums, and you're able to, you know, make some really quick profits there day trading in the afternoon. So that's going to be the goal for today.
Overcome these hurdles. David?
Qs are breaking out. That just became profitable on the Q calls. We're up 3% now, 4%. Watching Qs break out above there. Just broke that 350, 650, continuing to break higher.
Backing off its highs, but still up 8%. That's going to do it for us on Squawk on the Street. Tech Check starts now.
Dow is up 108 points right now. S&P just turned green again, so we got a nice little reversal off those lows there. Watching Disney still climb. We have those leaps on Disney, if you guys remember. That's up nicely today.
NASDAQ is coming off its worst month since the start of the pandemic. Will Q4 bring more pain for tech? Plus, what did we actually learn from Facebook? The stock led most of big tech lower in September, but is it oversold at this level? And then later, an exclusive will be head of Amazon devices as we test out the camera on wheels that is the new robot Astra. First, though, we'll start with stocks and names trading in a relative bargain to begin the quarter. Don's got that for us. Hey, Don.
I mean, the sell-off there driven in large part by interest rate concerns and also, of course, some headline risks, certainly on the regulatory front, affecting a lot of that big tech and media trade over the course of not just September, but the quarter overall as well. Now, if you take a look at the broader context for the Dow, the S&P 500, and NASDAQ, you can see that the NASDAQ has now, because of that recent underperformance, taken a bit of a lead lower versus the S&P, slightly above the Dow right now. But that big move in the green line lower here from the record highs that we've seen has been really kind of the outpacing to the downside story we've been talking about. Now, if you take a look overall at some of the interesting parts of that particular kind of thematic trade in technology and media, it has really been the internet stocks, some of those that have really kind of fared some of the worst too. You can see over the course of the quarter-to-date period, the big internet funds, like the First Trust Dow Jones Internet, down about 3.25% there. The tech software ETF is up about 2.5%, and same with the cloud computing side of things. But it's this far move to the downside here that has a lot of people wondering whether or not there are bargains out there. Some of the former high flyers that we've seen that have really pulled back a bit over the course of the last couple of months, and then certainly the quarter. Look at Pinterest shares up 5% today, some maybe dip buying happening there, but over the course of the year-to-date period, a real underperformer. And as you can see here, that sharp move lower over the course of the quarter has really caught some attention there. Also, check out what's happening with other parts of the market, not just in social media.
Dow's up 124 points now, 125, 27, continuing to climb. There it goes, Q's on the climb again.
Over the course of the quarter, really caused things to really accelerate to the downside and perhaps pick up some of that kind of interest in buying beaten down stocks. And then, of course, another one to watch as well is Roku, another momentum name that has had a fairly sharp drop-off over the course of the quarter period, now down to 7%. So many of these stocks, like Roku, like Pinterest, like Zoom, all of these hitting some levels that might trigger at least some interest, folks, and some of the interest in buying that we're seeing today. I'll send things back over to you.
All right, Don, thanks very much. And speaking of Zoom, the second biggest tech merger of the year has been officially scrapped. Five9 shareholders rejected Zoom's $14.9 billion bid for the cloud content center company. The shareholders feeling 13% premium from the value of their shares prior to the July agreement was not enough.
We're going to hold these Q calls going into the afternoon, probably into the afternoon live session here. I like that break, and I want to see that break above that 357 there on Qs. Let's see, Delta here, coming off the lows a bit. Visa up about 1%, getting right up to resistance for the day. I got a class with a student here at 11:30, so I got to get off. And we were going to be live. Let's go live a little bit earlier again today, guys. Maybe like around 2:30ish, and see what we're finding there as far as day trades go. And if we see anything throughout the day here, Q just came down to that 10, starting to get that climb there. 3-month daily on Q, still in BDM on a daily chart there. So our game plan for the afternoon, we'll look at some market movers. We'll see what's moving here, and we'll see what we're going to do with the Qs. And, of course, if we see something else breaking out, we're going to do some day trades on that. For right now, we're holding on to the Q calls. That's starting to get a climb off that 10. Hold on to that. Look for that 358 target on that. And our stop on that's going to be around 355. So that's starting to break out again, Qs, and looking pretty good there at that 10. So just going to hold on to that and look at that. And then, you know, if the airlines start to take off, we could certainly look at something like Delta, possibly for a day trade there. You know, the 44s or 45 strikes. See what happens there. So,
Yeah, and when you talk, John,
yeah, Robert, if your wife wants to join in, that's fine. That's great. Not a problem. Guys, make sure you guys sign up for that class in the trade room there. Make sure you guys go to breakingchartalerts.com and right here, class sign up. We also have announcements and trade ideas that are going to be started there. That's going to be really great there. It's going to be quick little lessons throughout the day. It's going to be a news feed, and you guys are going to be able to comment, do whatever you want. It's not up and live yet, but this is how it's going to look like. If you wanted to click on something, you could click on it. You could comment on it and whatnot there. So that's a nice little extra that we're adding there. So that way, if you guys have a stock or a chart you guys want to post, you guys are going to be able to post there as well. So class sign up right here. If you click on class sign up, you'll see position sizing and trade management. That's going to be Sunday, October 3rd, 7 p.m. And make sure you guys get signed up. It's a free class there for you. Alrighty, guys, that will do it for the morning session here. I'm going to be in the trade room right now with you guys, with our members and YouTube. I will see you guys Monday. If you guys want to come join us, go to breakingchartalerts.com. Once you guys get signed up, make sure you download our app, Breaking Chart Alerts, and that'll start your notifications there once you sign in. Guys on YouTube, take care. Have a great day, and make sure you guys come join us, breakingchartalerts.com. Join now, membership pricing plans, and you guys could go in here and take advantage of the promo code that you have there down below. Alrighty, guys, take care. Have a great day, and I'll see you.